Mothers are not victims. No, they like to paint themselves as the victim, and they're the helpless, oh, damsel in distress, and life just gave them the short end of the stick, when the truth is they chose to be single mothers. Single mothers are not victims, and they should never be viewed as a victim. Now, if you're a man out there and you view women, single mothers, as victims, you've already fallen into their trap. You see, single mothers chose to be single mothers. Like, take any single mother. They normally, all of them, speak very ill of the father of their child. He's always a dick, an a-hole, a jerk, whatever. They'll call him every name in the book. But if he's such a terrible person, not only why did she get with him, but why did she have kids with him to begin with? The fact is, she chose to lay on her back, she chose to spread her legs for that loser, and she chose to get impregnated with his spawn. They chose it. Single mothers are not victims. Although it's true they are victims of their own bad decisions, but overall victims, and the victim mentality, the save me mentality, that's not true. Now see, for beta males who have this Captain Save-A-Hole mentality, they think that it's their job to save these quote-unquote victims. Well, like I said before, single mothers are not victims. Single mothers are the most toxic women on the dating scene. Especially on the online dating, you see pretty much nothing but single mothers looking for somebody to use as an ATM to pay for kids that aren't theirs. That's just the sad truth about single mothers. Single mothers need to be avoided at all costs. Even if they have one kid, that's one too many, because it's not your kid. And why would you invest into a kid who isn't even yours? When the truth is, the kids are going to do their best to destroy any relationship you try to get with their mother, because their allegiance is always going to be to their biological father, not to you. If a man is to marry a single mother, for example, he's voluntarily put himself on the very bottom of the family totem pole, because that family isn't even his to begin with. The kids will always come before you, and the woman will always come before you, and you, the chump beta male, will be paying for it. Because beta males, they just get the leftovers of all the alpha males. A true beta male will never get a woman until they're in their 30s, when they're wore out, when they got 2-3 kids with a bunch of Chad and Tyrones, and now they get to pay and make up for the mistakes of all the alpha males. They get to pay the impayable debt. It's a debt you can never pay. So why would you date a single mother to begin with? There are so many available women out there, beautiful, young, who have no children. Don't you want to be able to spend time with your girlfriend without finding a babysitter every time? And like I say, if you're to marry a single mother, those kids are not going to respect you. And if the kids do respect you, for some odd reason, then the mother will do everything she can to counter-parent what you do. She won't co-parent with you and work with you. She will work against you. Statistically, men don't have a problem with the kids. Normally, it's the woman who the kids don't listen to. So the single mother will say something like this. Let's say the kids they have no problem obeying you, but before the mother leaves, she's going to use a fear tactic and try to make herself look like the better parent. And she'll say, well, you better listen to him, because if you don't, then I'm going to come home and I'm going to spank your butt and blah, blah, blah. As if you, the man, couldn't spank the kids to begin with. That's just a stealthy way single mothers underride you and counter-parent what you're trying to do. Because in her mind, they're her kids, not yours. So who are you to discipline them? Who are you to sow into their life? Who are you to blah, blah, blah? You cannot win with single mothers. Plain and simple. How do I know this? Because I was married to one for 2.5 years, and it was miserable from day one. Literally 7 days after being married, I wanted out. And I did everything I could to sabotage the marriage, but the woman just wouldn't leave. Like she couldn't get the clue. She knew how miserable I was, she could see it, but she didn't care, see, because she found a chump to raise her kids. But then too, she didn't want me raising them because she'd play these mind games with me. She'd say, oh, I want you to spend more time with the kids. You should invest more into the kids. So, okay, this weekend I'll spend time with them. And what does she do on the weekend? She keeps the kids over her brother's house the whole time. So it's like, make up your mind. How am I supposed to spend time with the kids when you don't even allow me to be around the kids? Single mothers are toxic. They are damaged goods, especially if they're over 30. And if they have one kid, that's one too many. The more kids the single mother has, the worse it will be, and the worse of an experience it will be for you, the man. So avoid single mothers at all costs, and always remember, single mothers are not victims. They are not victims. Get that through your head. If you marry the single mother, you will be the victim.